What? 2 videos in one day? Crazy, right? Well, this one is something quite different than my normal videos because it's actually somebody else attacking me, and that somebody is a Turkish player. I don't speak or read Turkish, so I'm not sure how to pronounce the name. Celik Emre, perhaps? Celik, Celik. I don't know. I'll probably interchange between those two as I forget. But he has a very unique playing style, and at level 91 he's ranked somewhere around 35 to 45, so punches way above his weight, and he kind of has not zeroed his base, but he's kind of put his base up and down so it's easy to beat, and so his ranking has fallen at times, but right now he's pretty high and very high above his level, and because of that, I consider him possibly the best player in the game, just because of how high ranked he is at such a low level, relatively speaking. With all due respect to Volkan and Rafman, Rafman's attacked me a few times, but Volkan not in a very, very long time. But uh, this guy is definitely unique in his attack style. And he's not completely unique. There are others who use similar attack style. But anyway, let's look through his gods. You can see that, unlike myself, that I have first and second abilities kind of capped, he's got a lot of gold pumped into his ultimate abilities. So slow time level 56. Ares, his top overall god, is at 60-60 health and strength. Battle charge 59, bloodlust 58. That's pretty massive. Apollo is kind of medium, some sunstrike. Athena, surprisingly low. Aegis, only 50. I was expecting to see that capped. But Inspiration, 55. That's pretty good. Hawkstorm, 55. Longshot, 60. Unsurprising. Aphrodite, Awe is only 43. Unlike me, he's got it unlocked. Health, 24. So once Awe finishes, she's sitting duck. Hades, Summon Cerberus at 45. Reanimate, 58. And finally Hera, 56 Wrath. That's pretty good. Surprisingly, not much in Absorbing Strike. I guess maybe he doesn't realize Absorbing Strike affects Wrath. But, so you see, support-wise, it was 4 versus 4. Dark only got in 1 at the end, and I was only there half the time. So his was a little bit weighted towards attacker support. But so looking at my base, again, the strategy here is to separate blue and green temples and Aphrodite, so they're stretched across. I think island style bases are overrated. I think stretching the main targets as far apart is a better goal. So he's one of those people who starts with Aphrodite, which I always find kind of strange. So Aphrodite, Awe, and then kind of punch a hole. So sometimes, though, I've seen him kind of punch a hole and then start the rest of his attack from there, and kind of in the middle of the base, and that's when I think this start is effective. But you'll see here that he doesn't quite do that. He kind of punches a hole and then he drops. Well, I guess he sort of drops in the hole, but kind of in between. And then he drops the next 3 and does burst. This is pretty much a universal strategy, bursting with Zeus, Athena, and Ares. And from there, he's now taken out 4 temples with his first 4 gods. And Ares is not quite dead yet, somehow. Zeus is about to go, and he dropped Hera, put up Revenge, and he's just wailing away at the Artemis Temple, takes that out, and then he takes out Hera Temple somehow with the rest of Ares. At this point, he does something that Vulcan's kind of known for, and uses both of the tanks to kind of kite Athena and Hera, and that draws all of these troops all the way out over there, and the remaining 2 temples down here are kind of free. One of the defenses against kiting is to just summon a ton of troops, but yet somehow he got Hera and Athena out there far enough that they're just not dying. So he drops the next 3 and then immediately drops Cerberus. And so Cerberus becomes like a tank. Cerberus is at the front and the range gods are behind. So Cerberus is just chomping away, and pretty direct path towards Apollo Temple. And then finally, as the mob starts to come back, he does Hawkstorm. You'll see here he kind of misfires with Longshot, but doesn't really matter because Cerberus is chomping away on the base. And so his final 3 gods really didn't take any damage to speak of. I mean, 78 gold from Apollo and nothing from Artemis. Did not scratch her at all. Overall damage, Hera's Vengeance Warriors and Zeus Temple at the top, and then kind of a little bit of a mix of everything. Surprisingly little damage from the academies, all 10 or 12 or whatever I have. Fewer archeries, but still almost 2/3 of damage. Yeah, just like no damage out of anything pretty much. And he had 4 gods that eventually died. Oh, sorry, 5 gods, but 2 that were barely touched and 1 that was completely unscathed. So he completed the base with ease. Support, mostly Skellies and VWs. I don't know, did he ever take out? I don't think he took out Aphrodite Monument. Didn't notice. I don't think so. I don't recall him going in the middle there at all. So that's why they had to do that. And then I was supporting most of the time with some tents to try and just kill off, but not very effective against his attack. So kudos to Celik or Celik or however you pronounce it. Pretty darn good player. I think that I see a lot of people kind of emulate that, where they drop Aphrodite at the start, but then they just kind of nibble at the edges. So if you're going to drop Aphrodite at the start, make sure to take a chunk out of the center of the base. Like, get something in there so you can penetrate the next phase deeper, not just kind of chew off around the edges. But Celik is a master. Kudos, and thanks all for watching. Catch you next time.